Hi folks, it's Don Schaefer. Once again I'm with you. I know last week we talked a little bit about the fact that we need to get into the action habit and that we need to be able to get ourselves into position so that we do things right now. We don't postpone, we get ourselves moving, we get things going right now. And I know I had a young lady this week that emailed me, and she said that she was a big procrastinator and she's planning on getting into the action habit and doing things right now. And she told me something interesting. She says she's taking the now and she's turning it around and making it one. She's making herself a winner by doing this. And that's what happens when we get ourselves into positions where things come up, things we need to do, we do them right away. We don't postpone, because a lot of times what happens when we postpone, we never do them, and it becomes harder and harder to do them. Well, this week I want to talk about growing up. It's time to grow up. And how many times we've heard that when we were young, told to grow up? Well, the fact that is out there is the fact that we never truly, totally grow up. We're continually in the process of growing up spiritually, mentally, and physically in our lives. And that's where what happens a lot of times is people get themselves in a situation where they quit growing. And that's usually when the body and everything starts to decline. We don't do that. We continue to grow up, and it takes an environment. You know, I was told that tropical fish put in an aquarium that they will remain small, but if you get them outside the aquarium and get them in an ocean, they will continue to get big. And that's the same thing in our lives sometimes. We get ourselves into a small environment where we can't grow. You know, it's like putting a plant in a pot and it gets root bound, and all of a sudden the plant starts to wither because there's no room for the plant to spread out and its roots to grow. That's where it's important for you to create yourself an environment that you can grow in, to get yourself surrounded with people that will help you grow, to get yourself in a situation where growth is possible. You know, where we don't allow yourself to get into a comfort zone or an area where growth doesn't happen. So I want to encourage you this week to take a look at your life and say to yourself, it's time to grow up and continue growing. I want to thank you once again for being with me, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you so much.